List management and segmentation is the process of targeting the right market for your product or service in a particular campaign. So why should you segment? Firstly, what is a segmentation? Segmentation is simply dividing up your database into smaller sections so you don't just spam everyone in your database. What happens when you don't segment your emails? Well, this happens. People are more likely to click the spam button and to report your emails. Unfortunately, this has a knock-on effect. If enough people do this to your emails, you'll actually get blacklisted as a sender, and then all your emails will go directly into the spam folder, even when you're sending emails to people who normally click and engage with your emails. The other result of poor segmentation is boredom and lack of engagement. When your recipients are not opening and engaging with your emails, the ESP, such as Yahoo or Gmail, is smart enough to not only block future emails and send them straight to spam, but also to withdraw the rest of the emails that are outstanding and not deliver them. So for example, if I were to send 100,000 emails, Gmail or Yahoo may only deliver a small percentage. And if none of the recipients engage with that email, then the rest of that 100,000 emails will go straight to the junk box. So segmentation is super key to keep your audience engaged. Without segmentation, you'll not only not reach the objectives of your campaign, but you will also damage your overall email marketing. Segmentation is powered by data. So for example, if you wanted to segment on a job role or job title, but you didn't have that data in your database, then you couldn't do it. So segmentation is very much dependent on the quality of your database. In this particular case, the more relevant your data, the more success your email campaign will have. And thus, it's very dependent on the quality of your database and your analytics. Adapting to the conversation based on behavior and preferences is the key to success of any email campaign. The lean canvas is where you start with your segmentation. The trick is to translating your customer segments into database criteria. Let's take an example. In the Dyson example we had, if we're looking at demographic data, we might want to target women with small children. So the age around 25 to 40 in Australia in Metro Sydney. So Metro Sydney or Metro Melbourne will be a combination of state and postcode. Now, of course, if we didn't capture postcode, then it would be very hard to segment for Metro Sydney and Melbourne. So the skill in segmentation and list management is about working with what you have in your database and translating customer segments from your lean canvas into criteria like this example. Now the trick is getting a big enough database, because if we make the list too small, then we're unlikely to meet our campaign objectives. You should always respect expressed preferences. So if people have unsubscribed or they've opted into offers, these are the kind of things you want to pay attention to. But you should also realize that this kind of preference data becomes quickly dated. So use behavioral data if you can. Now in the case of Dyson, we might further segment our database by saying do not send emails to people that are unsubscribed, and then focus only on those who have opted in to offers for the Dyson vacuum cleaner. So that would then make our database a bit smaller. The most powerful data, however, is behavioral, because it's the most relevant and up-to-date. Unfortunately, it often results in databases that are too small, so you need to take that into account when you're planning your email campaign. For the example of the Dyson vacuum cleaner, we might segment based on people that have visited the vacuum cleaner section of the website and people that haven't purchased a vacuum cleaner recently. So that would further limit our database, but also make it much more relevant to the people that did get our email.